Hi, I'm Sarah Noble, your host for the Modern Day Intuitive Podcast. For over 25 years, I've been on a spiritual journey, searching, learning, expanding, and growing. I've traveled the world, led by my heart, on a quest to know myself so that I can support others. This podcast was created from my deep desire to help you connect with your intuition and to inspire you to create a life where the impossible becomes possible and you live into your sacred dreams and desires. Thanks for being here and enjoy the show. Hello, my loves. So good to be here today for an episode of Magical Moments. And this topic today was inspired by a conversation that I had with a friend about a dream. And the significance of this dream was about allowing the old self to die. And what that brought up for me was this idea of when you're on an intuitive journey, your life will change. There's just no way that it can stay the same because the nature of a spiritual or intuitive journey is a journey into you. And because you are a divine being, that journey into you will change you. It will become impossible for you to fit inside the old version of you. It just doesn't work because the more you open and the more you get in touch with your psychic abilities, essentially, right? Like our intuition is connected to the psychic senses. And so as those deepen and open in you, life changes. You don't fit into your old life. And the old you will start to die away in small increments sometimes, and sometimes in big ones. And the more that you lean into this idea of sacrificing what isn't working in honor of who you are becoming and what you want to create for your life, you'll find that this really does speed up the journey. Things start to fall away, opportunities arise, spaces open up in your life that weren't there before, and this ability to trust yourself, to trust the journey, to trust the process becomes part of who you are. There comes a point on the journey when you begin to realize that your inner world is far more valid than the outer world, and that cultivating this deep relationship with yourself is the key you've been looking for to deepen your intuition. As your inner world becomes the place you resource from, the place that you go to, the place that you trust, rather than turning outward, everything outside of you begins to change. This can feel a little wobbly in the beginning because life as you knew it is shaken, and things that you used to be comfortable doing, you no longer enjoy. You may find that your friends change, your job needs to change, your relationships with your family changed. This is all part of the process. And I have found that the more you can lean into these changes, into the wobble, into the place of uncertainty, you pop out the other side a lot quicker. It's in the resistance that things can get even more turbulent, where they feel very, very uncertain and you're pushing against them. There can oftentimes be a lot of sensation that happens in your body as you're seeding into your intuition, as you're learning to trust more, because you're allowing space for emotions to move and you're not buying into the old stories anymore. You're paving a new path. And the less resistance there is to the world around you, the more you will be able to see and connect with what's the truth for you. In my experience, the deeper I go into this intuitive journey, the more fire I have to walk through. Life is always loving us, And one of the ways that it does this is burning away everything that's not working. It's that dying off again, right, that we're talking about. And death by fire has been a big part of my life. I know that working with this element is truly transformational. And in the beginning, the fire would scare me. And now I run towards it because I know that on the other side of that burning down, true freedom lives, and something even bigger and better than I could have imagined is possible. But it takes that initiation by fire to get there. So this episode is not meant to scare you or make you feel that this intuitive path is not for you. On the contrary, it's intended to excite you about the possibility, about what waits for you on the other side. Sometimes starting the journey is the hardest part, or we reach a threshold, that edge state, right, where we are balanced on the precipice and we just need to make the decision. We need to choose. Are we going to throw ourselves off the cliff today, or are we going to wait and let the universe do it for us, which inevitably happens if we don't have the courage to do it ourselves? So, my love, what in you needs to die? What pieces have served you so well, and now it's time to say goodbye, so that the you that you are becoming, the deeply connected spiritual being that you are, what do you know it's time to say goodbye to? Namaste. Thank you for being here today and making your personal and spiritual growth a priority in your life. To learn more about connecting with your dreams and your intuition so that you can create a life full of possibilities, visit me at www.themodernDayIntuitive.com and see how we can create magic together. A big thank you from my heart to yours for making the planet a better place for us all.